evening, and welcome to Covenant Presbyterian Church and Covenant Cafe. I'm Gene Collier, co-leader of the fellowship team here, and yes, I know where the marimba is now. I didn't know last week, now I know. We do have something very special for you tonight. As you can see behind me, there's a large gathering of people that I think I know a couple of them, but they all sound great, so this is going to be really good. I'm going to turn this over to Richard, and he's going to introduce hopefully some of these people and tell us about what they're going to do. Richard.
Hello, everybody, and welcome, and thank you for being here and listening to the Knock Knock Marimba group. Marimbas are found all over the world, and they're particularly predominant in Latin America. So this Knock Knock Marimba group got formed, thank you for English, was formed several years back by the people you see to kind of do this style of music. We started out with African music, and then we got into music of Latin America. So tonight, you're going to hear music from various countries, Mexico, Guatemala, Puerto Rico, and even Southwest United States. And we hope that you like it and have fun, and we really appreciate the fact that we have some guest musicians coming in. The first song that we opened up with is a Mexican children's song called El Sapo, and that means the frog. And it's a funny story about the frog that's trying to enjoy himself on the lily pad, and these mosquitoes keep bothering him. And the song is kind of like a funny story of everything that the frog did to rid himself of the aggravation of the mosquitoes. And the ending of the story is very humorous as to the solution he came up with. I would tell you the solution, but hey, you look it up. The second song we're going to do is one of the most used songs in Latin America in church services. And it's one that a lot of Americans are familiar with. It's called De Colores. And De Colores talks about the colors of the world. And on a bigger level, it talks about the beauty of God's creation, how the trees and the forest and the rivers and the seas and all the flowers are his handiwork, and it's beautiful. But the then next step goes to talking about people, that people are God's creation. They're beautiful and wonderful in their way, and regardless of where the garden is growing, in a Latin American country or United States or any country on the world, that people as God's creation are beautiful and wonderful. So often in masses, the song is sung to celebrate God's handiwork in creation. So we hope that you enjoy it. It's one that I think you'll be familiar with, De Colores. One, two, three, one. see that you're still there. We appreciate it, and excited that you're with us. This next one is not anything that you would ever know, but it has significance in its form. La cumbia is a rhythm and a dance that you'll find in Colombia. And a lot of people, when they think of Colombia, they have this negative context of big drug cartel and lots of violence and all of this Esteban madness and the DEA, and there's several series on Netflix which goes back to that. And at one time, that was true, in Medellin particularly, heavy into the drugs and the violence, and it was probably the last place you wanted to visit. But a lot has changed, and now Colombia has become one of the best, before COVID, tourist destinations. They have built the country up. They take pride in their history. There's great food, great coffee, and in Colombia is the rhythm called cumbia. And in Colombia alone, there are over 1,000 rhythms, different styles in various regions of the country. But the mother rhythm of all of that is the cumbia, and that is a dance that is also predominant in Guatemala. And a cumbia, rhythmically, as far as the accompaniment goes, is just a steady beat. Boom, dot, boom, dot, boom, dot, boom, dot. And then the instruments work with that. La cumbia moruna is a fine example of that style. We hope you like it. I wish that you could be here, because you can't see behind the cameras because it doesn't work that way. But every time we're playing one of these songs, Gene Collier and Roger and even Pranov gets up and they're dancing. It's amazing to see. So hopefully we get a cell phone footage of this going on. This is going to be going on to almost 7, so if you want to sneak down to Covenant and see Gene Collier dance a cumbia, this is the night to do it. Good luck. God bless. I'll see you on the other side. 1, 2, 3. Chile Molina was what we just played after La Cumbia, and it's another kind of a waltz dance piece from Latin America. And you hear the music, you hear the rhythm, and it just makes you want to sway and just have a really, really good time. Something to think about in the tempos for dance music, and a lot of this is dance music from Guatemala and Costa Rica, places like that. The tempos tend to be slow. People think of Latin music as being very fast, and some of it is, but the dance music tends to be rather slow. Couple of reasons. The dances, a single tune will go on for a long time, maybe 10 or 12 minutes, that's one dance, and the couples just sort of dance and go around in circles, slowly stepping to the music. And the other thing too is the humidity and temperature in a lot of the countries are such that dancing really fast and energetic is not comfortable. You can do it for a part of a song, but you're going to stroke out from heat exhaustion if you try to do it too much. So tendency, the composers in these folk tunes tend to make the songs slow and lilting, so you can just dance for a long time and not feel pressed at all. One of my favorite condiments is Tabasco. I love it. And there is a region in Mexico called Tabasco. And this next song, Vámonos la Tabasco, just means let's all go there. Let's all hop in the car or wherever we're going to go there and either go to a fiesta or where they got some great food, or for whatever reason they're going to go there to have a good time. So this next song that we're doing is going to be that just from Mexico, has no significance other than we're going to go and have a good time and party. And then the next song, Spanish Eyes, I want to tell you about. That's the one that was USA in origin. It's not a Latin American tune per se. It originated here, it was composed here, but it's been adopted as a Latin tune all around. So that's the next one we'll do. We hope that you're having a good time and enjoying the Latin music. So this next one, Vámonos, Tabasco. We're going to go to Tabasco, have a good time, and then Spanish Eyes. Okay, 1 and 2, go. All right. Spanish eyes. I think we just have a groove on this one, right? If you travel to certain portions of Mexico, particularly the Veracruz region, you're going to find marimbas are the predominant street musician fare. If you travel there, you're going to hear marimba bands and marimba individuals playing, and you're going to hear this type of music that we're going to set up. We're several people on a few marimbas. The name of the piece we're going to do is called La Sandunga, and what that means is it's a waltz from Mexico. Very, very famous waltz. And the Sandunga is a dress, a very special dress found only in certain parts of Mexico. It's usually white, and it's heavily embroidered with all kinds of colorful designs, big, wide dress. And in this waltz, the woman is all dolled up with her sandunga, and all the other women have one too, white ones, blue ones, all kinds of flowers. They're very wide, And the whole dance, the woman is kind of like with her head up there, and the dress is held up very high, so it's kind of like a fan that's opening up. And she does all of her dancing swaying. And the man, his dance moves is to gradually circle the woman in a waltz fashion, adoring her and saying how beautiful she is. And in Mexico, to be in that type of dress, which is a folk dress, it's worn for special occasions, and to be all, as my people used to say, all gussied up, looking to the nines. She would be there in the evening with a marimba band and all kinds of people sitting at tables. And though this waltz would start, and the women would all come out and just celebrate the fact that they have this beauty of spirit, beauty of dress. And just imagine all around the floor are these women with these beautiful dresses, all opened up like fans, and they start to move slowly in a waltz. And their man gradually just circles around them the whole dance, just appreciating and letting everybody see how beautiful she is. So keep that picture in your mind as we play this piece. We have our three marimba people who have worked on this, and after this I want to introduce you to the group. Hope you enjoy. let them rest a minute. It's a beautiful waltz, just gorgeous. And this came into being several years ago where I was aware of this music. I have a friend out in Nebraska who has a Mexican ensemble, and I got the music and basically just handed it to these three and said, learn it, and they did. The Knock Knock Marimba group is lucky because we have such great friends which help us, but I want to let you know who you're looking at and have a chance to be aware of the folks. So I'm going to start over here on the front row. This is Gary Rushbrook. Thank you, there he is. Okay, I bet you're wondering what's hiding behind that mask. You can just visualize. And this is his wife, Maria Rushbrook. Oh, I like that. That's so sweet. And this is Erica Hoffman, Terry Shea, Sharon Cordell, Becky Fousey. We have a dear member, Lynn Johnson, who is had surgery today. She is fighting cancer and is doing a great job. But normally she plays with us and can't be here tonight in person to play. So she's playing with us in our hearts. And Lynn, we just want you to know that we're thinking about you and dedicating this concert to your enjoyment and looking forward to when you can be back with us again. We have some fantastic guest musicians who always help us out. On guitar over there is Bill Hoffman. Look at him, yeah. And one of our own, Clarke Grasty. And back there, the trumpet guy who was, if you hear him play, you would swear he grew up in Latin America. He's got the touch, and we really appreciate it. Chris Magee, who again, none of these people are strangers to what we do. So anyway, that's kind of who we have, and looking forward to playing a couple more songs for you. This next one is written in a contemporary period in Mexico, in that it's not like back in the 20s or 30s. It was a composed tune, Bésame Mucho, which just simply means kiss me a lot. And if you're at home, in the privacy of your home, and you have the opportunity with somebody, hopefully related, not related, but marriage-wise, well, related, that's for another story. But if you feel like acting out the Bésame Mucho, then go right ahead and do share your stories with us. Bésame Mucho, kiss me a lot. The song that we just sang, sorry. Usually when I'm here, I'm doing in front of a choir. The song we just played was called Los Perlitas, and that is from Mexico, and that is a mariachi song that was written to be used with marimbas. If you've ever heard a mariachi band, maybe it was in a Spanish restaurant, or maybe you were lucky enough to go someplace either in Mexico, San Diego, in Las Vegas, Texas, all these places. Often you can find mariachi bands as just part of the local festival and restaurants. Well, this Los Perlitas is one that features and was written to be used with marimbas. So in mariachi, it's not just trumpets and violins and those things. Some more instruments have been added as part of the standard mariachi instrumentation. Marimbas is one, accordions is one, harps as well. So that was a peppy two-step in the Mexican style. We have two more songs we're going to share with you. We know, Gene, we don't have an encore unless you have something prepared. But we have these two left for you, and let's just say that we really appreciate you being with us tonight, taking the time to be with us with live stream. I appreciate the guest musicians who come. I was telling one of them, Chris Magee back there, who's the great, fantastic trumpet player we have, someday when I pass on, there's going to be a memorial service. And as Chris is going through the line, extending his condolences to my family, or not, he is going to look at her and say, Delilah, and say, you know, I really liked Richard, and I can't believe the things that he got me into playing and doing. And that's about the same for any of these people. It's a great sound, marimba sound. We hope that you enjoy it. We hope we can come back sometime and when we can all be together. So these last two songs have a story. You should have been here, before I get to the story, you should have been here at 5 o'clock when we were playing, and our technical team showed up. The first thing Gene does, he stands there for a minute and says, oh, wow, you guys are going to be a challenge. So then Pranav came in, and then Roger came in, and there was a lot of rumbling going on, and people scurrying, and I never saw so many microphones and cameras and stuff come out at one time trying to make this happen. Covenant is blessed in that to have a live stream ministry would have never happened had we not had these three guys, Pranav and Gene and Roger. It would have never happened, and yet it was critically needed. And these three guys have stepped up to the plate. Bob Merritt has also lended some technical advice, but they've stepped up to the plate and made this possible. This and so many other great Covenant cafes. And tonight, I appreciate it, fellas, that we pushed you a little bit, but thank you so much. The next two songs that we are going to do to close with are from Guatemala. Guatemala is the center of the universe for marimba. The marimba is the national instrument of Guatemala. There are there are marimba bands in all the schools. There's a national marimba orchestra. It's everywhere. It's the voice of the Guatemalan people. I do some adjunct teaching at Hollins, and I had some marimbas playing one year, and one of the girls that I had in the group was from Guatemala. And her mother came up and talked to me and how happy she was to hear it. She was a principal marimbas in the Guatemalan National Marimba Orchestra. And a lot of people use that in Guatemala as a pathway to economic stability and blessings. If you get really good on marimba, then you can play in these orchestras. It's quite the deal. In Guatemala in the 30s, there was a railroad that was built to take people over a mountain. It was quite a feat. Building railroads in general is quite an undertaking, but in Guatemala and through that terrain and over a mountain was really something. This next piece is a celebratory piece dedicated in the 30s to the building of the railroad. And as we play it, you're going to hear two sounds that kind of keep you mindful of a locomotive. You're going to hear Clarke on the shaker, giving that like the steam, shh, 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 shh. And I'll be on the piano doing what I can to give that kind of driving sound on the train. So we hope you like it, and I hope we make it. I forgot to mention at the beginning of the concert, if you know the words to any of these songs, feel perfectly free to sing along. Our last selection, Coban Foxtrot, that's a city in Guatemala. And they have some of the best composers of marimba music there. And Foxtrot is exactly what you think it is. It's a dance craze. They love dancing the Foxtrot. And so the composer decided, well, I'll just write a fun piece that we can dance to. If you listen closely in this song, you're going to hear a little bit of what feels like ragtime. And that is a sound that is adored down there and often shows up in the marimba music. So as we finish this last one, thank you for being here. I'm sorry that I had to try to pronounce a lot of the Spanish words. My accent is so bad that most people can't understand my English words. So when I try to do Spanish, it's a lost cause. So thank you for your indulgence. We hope you had a good time. We hope you enjoyed it. Gene, Pranav, Roger, all of you guys, thank you for a yeoman's effort in making this possible. And again, I want to thank the Knock Knock Marimba group. Wonderful time. And our guest buddies. So I do know enough to say adios, gracias, and y'all come back here. So how does this thing go? All right. Are you ready? Everybody set? Okay. Good luck. Oh, yeah. Dun, da, dun, da, dun, da, dun, da. 1,
sound. You guys really, thank you, Richard. Thank you, Knock Knock Marimba Band. And yes, I hope you can come back another date, seriously. But it's been fun for us to try and capture this. We got like 7 or 8 microphones going, 3 cameras, so it's been a challenge, but it's been fun. And particularly the two ladies on the back row, trying to get a tight shot of them. Every time I get them in the focus, they would shift off to the left or shift off to the right. I don't know what all that was about, but I guess that's needed. But again, thank you very much. It's been a great performance. And this brings Covenant Cafe to a close for this season. We started back in September, and I got to tell you, we were in our infancy and a lot of challenges. And I want to take a minute to thank Roger Dickinson on sound. He had to listen to me harp for weeks about the what I call the crappy sound, and they have done it. They have brought what you heard tonight, and this is an evolutionary process that I thank you for his efforts and his patience with me. But also Pranav approached him to do this, and Pranav always, yeah, we can do that. So I've been very appreciative of that. He'll tackle just about everything. So also one person I'd like to thank that's kind of an unsung hero, and that's Gail Schuler, who puts together all these programs. She does your bulletins. She's very creative with her art and her graphics, and just makes everything so much nicer. So thank you, Gail. So we will be closing tonight with the last Covenant Cafe, and it's been fun doing it, and I hope you've enjoyed the programs we brought to you. We've tried to make it interesting and exciting, and I think we achieved that, and we will probably be back in the fall, and we might pop up during the summer sometime. We got some ideas of things that maybe we can do. So there will be a really great service this Sunday. It will be Earth Care, and I urge you to be here, and you can witness the planting of a butterfly bush out on the ground. So with that, I'm going to say good night and go in peace.